Hello everybody, so I got kind of a cool one for you today, literally. I've been messing around with more strategies. As you know, you guys saw my Corvus one. I also did the Desperado strategy. I made my own out of that from when Mahalik released his. I decided to make, that my own. You can pretty much already see it on screen. We're going to be doing a hard impoppable run today with Silas, Ice Monkey, Monkey Sub, the Mermonkey, and then a banana farm. So the thing with the Monkey Sub, we don't even need it for the actual game, but you'll see at the end why. But I found out that using just Ice Monkey does not work well for the baddie, sadly, on round 100. And I tried a bunch of different variations. This was the only way I could get it to work 100% of the time. As you can see, I've already cleared this challenge, so this will be kind of a little bit of a different video where I've already cleared the challenge instead of working it out on video for you guys. But there's a big reason for that, and that's because I've been working on this strategy for at least a couple days now, and I wanted to make sure it was solidified and I was happy with it. The original strategy was only these two with nothing else, and I did okay, but I couldn't complete it, sadly. I couldn't finish the game, and I do think Glacial Trail, which is the map that we're focusing on, is just like, even though these two are made for Glacial Trail, I feel like you just have so many problems that need to be resolved with different towers, especially Mermonkey. Mermonkey early game is the only way to do this. You might be able to get through with like an Ice Monkey if you can like min-max it, right? If you can focus purely on its targeting and upgrades and make sure everything's perfect. Even with Mermonkey, I barely scraped by, and it was only thanks to the end spikes that I was able to beat this, and that's because some do leak, and that is just the fact of it, because you need Silas out early enough to be able to get levels up so you can take down white balloons later, and you also need him out to be able to start getting his abilities up as well, because you have to deal with the DDTs. And while the Ice Monkeys are really good at slowing the DDTs, it's still a problem. And then the Monkey Sub, we won't even place until the very end. He won't do, the Monkey Sub does 0 pops throughout the entire game. It's only there for round 100. And then I added these last second, and I do that because I was trying to get the Paragon, because I was going to see if maybe we could do it with the Paragon with the Ice Monkey, so you wouldn't even need the Monkey Sub for the baddie, which is still a viable option. If somebody out there can get the Paragon with enough banana farms and get 300k, go for it. Maybe you can try a Chinook strategy or something. You can do this right now on Impoppable. It's not, you don't have to do my challenge. If you want to do it, it's here. It's linked in, or it's not linked, but it's listed in the description and everything, like always. I always like to create these as challenges because it shows you exactly what I use. Okay, so let's start with Mermonkey. Throw the Mermonkey here. It doesn't matter as long as it gets in this loop, because we want to make sure it hits multiple times. Then we're going to get Trident Efficiency. I am going to try my best to do this, but I'm going to be honest. This is a weird strategy. It does work, but everything has to be pretty precise, and I don't remember every little thing I did, at least for the beginning. The first, I would say, like 10 rounds have to be pretty precise. Like I said, I don't remember every little thing I did, so I'm probably going to screw some things up here in the beginning. I'm hoping as long as I can. Yeah, so we're going to change to strong here. Yeah, we want reds. Reds are fine going through, right? That doesn't matter. But if there, as soon as any like larger balloons come through, we want to take those, like the blues and the greens. It's important that that happens. Then we throw down a monkey here. A monkey, well, they're all monkeys. We throw down an Ice Monkey here. Maintain strong on Mermonkey so that way only red ones come through. Okay, it doesn't really matter. So we won't deep freeze. Yeah, we want to get to that somehow. But you'll notice they're starting to leak by quite a bit. But once we get deep freeze, it should leak less. less is more in this case. Well, less is pretty much always more, right? Yeah, pretty good there. Okay, so that was very close. That is, normally what I do is I usually give another upgrade to Mermonkey, but I wanted to try something slightly different this time because, I don't know, man, I'm doing it, I don't want to do it exactly how I did it. I like to try new things sometimes. We have, we want to get to 920. If we need to buy an upgrade, we will, but we want to get to 920. Really, we want to get to like 600 something. If we get to 600, then we can sell immediately. That yellow may get past, we may be okay. Alright, yeah, we'll go ahead and get the Echo Sense. Alright, that should help quite a bit. Not quite. Oh, wait, we're there. Okay. So we can now, this is going to be dangerous. We got to sell Mermonkey. Throw down Silas here. Alright, we'll speed it up. Use ability as soon as possible. There we go. And then we want to get deep freeze here. And so that way they'll take out any things that come through. Okay, so that was actually a lot closer than it was the first time. I think the first time I was able to get Silas like round 11 or 12. So I'm hoping this still works out. But from this point forward, hold up, do this. From this point forward, we are now purely ice monkeys. The only thing we're going to need is the monkey sub later, and I will grab that later. So what we're going to do here with this ice monkey is a middle path. Sorry, I don't know why I clicked off. We have Arctic Wind, Snowstorm, Absolute Zero. We will get the full path. And what this one's going to do is essentially slow them so that before they exit. And we're going to throw another Ice Monkey next to it with the Icicle Impel. And thanks to Silas has an ability, which is, or it's not an ability, but right here, level 8, right? Grants more XP for each tier 3. No. Sorry, I just read tier and thought, oh, here it is, 13. Ice Monkey tier 5s are cheaper, and you can build a 4th tier 5 of any path. I think that's what I'm looking for. But basically, you can have 2 tier 5s or multiple tier 5s of the Ice Monkeys on in your game. And so what we're going to do is we're actually going to have 2 damage dealers. We're going to have 2 cryos here and here. And so you're going to be the first cryo here with the refreeze. And then we want to, before I think I had an Ice Monkey here, so I'm hoping this still works. But we had an Ice Monkey here with the cryo, and we had a Ice Monkey here with the perma. I believe was my original layout, but obviously, you know, I don't know, man. Like I said, this whole thing's a little finicky because I really wanted to get one going that would be Ice Monkey only, and I just could not get it. And then we're obviously going to go enhanced for both, I think. Yeah, enhanced for both. So that way they can both get multiple layers. We do need to get Cold Snap here soon. Okay, I screwed that up. We do need to get Cold Snap here soon. I may be getting Cold Snap a little bit late. We might be okay. We're fine? Yeah, we're fine. You took care of that. Nice. Yeah, let's get Cold Snap here. Yeah, we're doing a little bit worse than I did originally, but it's fine. It still kind of has the general idea of the strategy. So we'll go deep with the first Ice Monkey so that way it can get multiple layers. Same with I think now's probably the best time is for us to save up for our first cryo. That's what we need. We need our first cryo cannon. I'm getting a little worried. We are getting a little bit weird. Like, I don't really like how this is turning out right now. This is a lot more stressful than my original one. Because my original one, I failed a bunch. Obviously, I was testing a bunch of different things. But now, this is the real one that I'm actually showcasing. And for some reason, that is not going as smoothly as it should. It's okay. It's fine. This is what I love. Dude, I love doing this, even though I screw up sometimes. I should have recorded is what I should have done. I was actually about to record it for this video in particular. I was going to record a video to record a video. And I was going to record it and be like, okay, I'll reference this later. So that way I'll be able to actually make an exact carbon copy of the strategy. And I thought, no, I'll just remember it. I was like, no, I'll just remember it. Yeah, does it look like I remembered it? Which, with all that being said, okay, we got Cryo Cannon. We're still doing good. I still believe that I can still do a good strategy showcase here. I guess the point I'm trying to make is I could have done better. Like, this strategy definitely could have been better. But now that we have Silas's second ability, if you're unfamiliar, the second ability is going to be like our Saving Grace here. Very similar to like Ice Shards, but more powerful, I think. So, there you go, valuable bananas. So we want to be careful here because we're really focusing on money. We don't want to leak. We cannot leak here. We need this. This has to stay here. But we can take on leads. We can pretty much take on whatever we need. All right, Ice Shards, perfect. Ice Shards are perfect here. We're going to throw down our second Ice Monkey. Alright, second Ice Monkey is down. Now we're going to throw down our second Banana Farm. Now the cool thing about this is even though it's frozen, this Banana Farm's still fine. So, yeah, we got a little bit of money there generating even though the other one was frozen. That's the only thing that sucks is the Banana Farms do freeze, so you do got to be careful about that. But if you played Glacial Trail before, you're kind of aware. Okay, this one, I messed up here. Yeah, I didn't shatter. Alright, redo. Yeah, I should have shattered. That was my bad. Boom. Alright, big shatter. There we go. Alright, big shatter. Let's go. Let's go, dude. Alright, valuable bananas. So this is pretty much the full setup. You now have it. So it's 4 Ice Monkeys total with a single Silas setup here at the beginning. You want a single embrittlement or a single, what is it called? Super brittle here. And then next to that, you want the cryo cannon for damage, but you want this one to be able to remove camo and lead, as well as be able to, you know, pop camo and lead. And then here you want Arctic Wind. The reason we have Arctic Wind is because of Absolute Zero and Snowstorm. It's able to slow, obviously. And I usually go like Permafrost here, or Top Path, so that way it's also able to do lead and things like that. And then obviously you want Cryo here, so that way you have a big damage dealer here at the end. If you want to throw a third one, you can, I think. I think one will fit here. It's a little weird, but I have not tried a 3 build set down here. You could probably do it. Just would probably need more banana farms. I mean, we should end with like 50k. I want to say roughly 50k. All right, we want to get icicles and deep freeze here. I should have got deep freeze earlier. It honestly slipped my mind. We'll go ahead and get permafrost and cold snap here just in case. And we'll go ahead and start on our second cryo. So we'll get refreeze. I don't know if I'll get like the 2280. We probably need to get our banana farms up to banana plantation if we can. All right, there's one banana plantation, so that'll be nice. We got some purples coming through. Just remember to be cognizant, or just remember to your abilities. Like, your abilities are super helpful here. You definitely need them. Like, obviously, this first ability, if you're unfamiliar with Silas, the first ability here is the frostbite ability. So he can hit all balloons while active. When hitting frozen balloons, target takes extra damage based on remaining freeze time. So the reason is, as soon as they enter this freeze range for the cold snap or the embrittlement monkey, whatever, super brittle, this ice monkey here, okay, when they enter this range or this range with the cryo monkey, you hit this. So it's almost essentially as soon as they come in, you hit that. And what that does is it does a lot of extra damage and keeps them here. So you want to do it before they hit this round if you can. Oh, dude, I see what I mean? Dude, if we would have hit it, it would have done a lot more damage. I had to waste this ability, which we would not have had to do there. We will need, because we're going to have MOABs coming through a lot more, so we're going to need to hit the embrittlement in a second. But I really want to get Arctic Wind. What's it called? Not Arctic Wind. Snowstorm. I want to get Snowstorm up before we start to get any like DDTs, obviously. So we have like 40 something more rounds for that'll happen. This is a 2. There we go. Nice. Took that MOAB down. So this is a 2 banana farm setup. But if you can fit a 3rd banana farm, I don't know if they fit over here or not. Yeah, you can put one here if you really wanted to. But I was able to do this pretty good without. Also, if you could beat this on chimps, hey yo, more, props to you. I would love to see somebody beat this on chimps. I think that'd be sick. I would love to see someone do it. I think now's a good time to save up for icicle and Pell. I do think I had to get it pretty early. Before round 60, because it's gonna get hectic if we don't have like a big damage dealer for MOABs. So from this point forward, all you really need to do is just be on top of your abilities. Like this, I was not on top of that. Now watch. Actually, yeah, I didn't think so. I was gonna say, dude. Yeah, so you just need to be on top of your abilities here and make sure that when the MOABs come through, you are prepared with your ice shards. You don't have to ice shard every single MOAB. If you can get the extra damage from like the frostbite ability, you're fine there pretty much. But you do need to make sure to take the MOABs down with the abilities because you don't currently have what you need. Icicle and Pell is crucial, dude. Now, another thing with Silas is, I don't remember when you get it. For 13, you don't want to buy any of your tier 5s until you hit 13. But we do want to save up for Impel, so we can afford Icicle Impel now. Oh, this is also really nice. This thing here creates like these little ice column things on the track so they hit them. But we don't want to buy any tier 5. So this is what we want. But we want to wait till Silas is level 13, which will take a little bit. So we want to make sure that we have more than enough. And we're going to go ahead and grab Arctic Wind, Snowstorm. But we don't want to get any tier 5s just yet. So Cryo Cannon, Icicles, and then we'll get Enhanced Freeze here. But yeah, so you don't want to get any tier 5s too early, but we do want to make sure we have enough for this. So we're about 7,000 off from this. And that's what I meant, by the way. So when I said we need to save up for this, 27,000 I think is how much it costs when you hit level 13. Hold up. Okay, we're good. Sorry, had to make sure that we handled that. And then we want to put, if you have extra money, you can put it into Silas. You really want that level 13 as fast as possible, but it's not required. I just would not recommend getting a tier 5 unless you leak every single time. But I think I was able to save up for my tier 5s until Silas was 13. It just takes a while, and it can feel dangerous. The fortifieds were a problem the first time. So yeah, I remember the fortifieds being a really big issue the first time as well. But I do remember I think I was able to get past them after just messing around. Yeah. No, we're good. Okay, we're good. Slow them down. Activate the ability. Okay. They did freeze at the wrong time. I guess I should have waited to activate the columns. We're fine. So like I said, some things you just have to really focus and pay attention. So we're going to go and get Silas to level 12. So now 22,000 level 13. So if we can get that, we can get it early, but I don't want to, obviously we should only do it if we have like 40,000, right? The fortifieds are a big issue here in the early game, or I say early game, we're pretty much mid game now, but they're a big issue here if you don't already have a tier 5 with the ice monkey. So you do have to kind of be careful and kind of judge the game. So like we can get 13 here, but we don't have enough money to get a tier 5 plus the upgrade. So we would need close to 40,000 still, because I believe this is 27. So we can do this, freeze that, pop it, there we go, and then we'll hit some columns. How much is left? 13 still, okay. 8,000, all right, we'll grab it. So now this should be 25,000 now, okay. Heck yeah, dude. I thought it was 27. It is 25. That is what I'm talking about. Okay, but I did let them... Oh, good job, guys. I'm super proud of you. You guys are getting a promotion. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm being stupid. Wait a minute. So now we want to save up for the Icicle Impel because we're going to need that. Oh, round 6, 7. Let's go. We do want to save up, though. We want the Icicle Impel. That is vital. We don't need it yet for this guy. And like I said, we should end with roughly $50,000. Roughly? So if you want to try another ice monkey, you can, to see if that would do better than a monkey sub, but I was unable to get anything working other than using the monkey sub for the final attack, sadly. So super brittle is nice, but we don't want that first. We definitely want the Icicle Impel because it does massive damage to MOABs and it freezes them. So of course we want that. And now we have now taken care of our MOAB problem. Now we do want super brutal, or super brutal. It is super brutal, but we want super brittle now. If we want, we can get absolute 0 as pretty quickly, but it's not like a priority. I think I ended up getting it last just for the fun of it, just to have like full-on ice monkeys. All you need here is just super brittle and you'll be good. I don't know if anyone has done this yet, honestly. I'm sure there's people out there who have made like ice monkey only runs of this. I have not looked too deep into it. I know that, like I said, I saw the people who did like the ice monkey with the spike factories, but I didn't want to go that route. I wanted to go like my own unique route, so I'm hoping that this is pretty unique and people haven't done it yet. This video is probably a little bit strange and weirdly put together. I do apologize for that, and a big reason for that is because I don't know, this was a weird strategy. I came up with it, and it was one of those ones that I was just, I don't know, where I thought I had a plan, but like it's one of those ones you have to really focus on early game. Like if you can get past the early game on this strategy, like you were golden. The ice monkeys and mixed with Silas, I mean, dude, they are so strong. And if you can even get a Paragon here, oh my god, dude. My goodness, dude. You are in for a treat. And like I said, if someone can get a Chimps run on this, dude, that would make me so happy. I would love to see a Chimps run with this. But I also happen to know that it is very difficult because I tried it. But I don't know. And now at this point, if you're worried and the balloons are starting to leak or get like a little bit faster and you're getting a little scared, then you can get absolute 0. It'll help tremendously. It's way better than Snowstorm. Like this, if that bothers you, then you should 100% get absolute 0. It's not that big of a problem. It doesn't matter. Super brittle, you can get it next, but I would highly recommend waiting if you can to get super brittle, because this thing is a massive damage dealer. It's not as good as cryo, I don't think, but super brittle is huge, and it helps tremendously with taking out those annoying MOAB innards, you know, the things that get leaked. You have the giant ranged Icicle Impel that attacks the MOAB and takes it down, and then you have the super brittle that smashes the ceramics that come out from it, and then you have the Snowstorm ability here at the very end, and it's also kind of like a precaution as well on top of it having the ability. If they even reach down here, then you know you have this as a backup, and then you have another damage dealer here, and you can get a second tier 5 thanks to Silas. So yes, this is a super sick strategy. It is impoppable, but I still think it showcases a really good setup. I haven't seen anyone else do like a full ice monkey only run. I'm sure someone out there has, but as you can see, the only thing we need more monkey for is the early game. And then we'll go ahead and grab this guy. So you want to put him like right here. We're actually going to get like 3 or 4 of these, and you'll see what I mean in a second. You don't have to get them this early. I'm just placing them here just so you can kind of see. We're going to get 3 of them. Boop. So we're going to get 3 of these guys, and we're going to say doo-doo. We don't want ballistic missile. So if you want to maintain the heart of the challenge, don't get ballistic missile. The reason for that is because ballistic missile can shoot over objects, and as you can tell, there's objects. So we don't want to get that, because we want it to be ice monkey only. You can see they have 0 pops. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get ballistic and then first strike capability. And the reason we do that is because we have to use it to take out the baddie. I just got him a little early. You don't have to get him this early. But as you can see, dude, it shreds. I mean, these ice monkeys absolutely shred through the ZOMGs. Like, they are not a problem. Like, these things do business. Everything except for the baddie is pretty much donezo by these guys. It is insane. It is amazing. Alright, let's go ahead and grab probably Absolute Zero. And then we will grab the Icicle Impale at 27. So that'll be nice. Like I said, we should end with roughly 50,000. We may not, though, because I did this a little bit differently. If we don't end with at least, I want to say 15, 20, so we're going to need at least 45. Yeah, something like that. But you can see the DDTs are nothing, by the way. We're going to need at least like 45, so I'm hoping that I set all the farms up properly as well. We'll wait for the Icicle Impale, actually. I'll wait to get it before I can confirm that I can buy the right things on the sub. But I really want to show this off. So you see the Fortifieds are not a problem either. Fortifieds are nothing, dude. I'm not worried about the Fortifieds whatsoever. But once we get to round 95, you'll see that the DDTs are also not a problem. Assuming that it works the same that it worked before. This is you don't have to worry about this. Thankfully, round 100 is not a freeze round. So that is another reason why this strategy works. But you do have to be careful, though, because everything except for Ice Monkeys will freeze, so you do have to be careful there. Alright, round 95 per time. So we do have... Oh, they're not taking these out as fast as they did before. It scares me a little bit. But it's okay. But we're on round 95, where you can now see the DDTs coming through. Go ahead and give them a little freeze, a little high damage. Throw down some columns. Oh, that was really close. I did not have a DDT get that far before. That's fine. We got past it, though. That does showcase that they are good at taking out DDTs. Not a problem. Okay, so we're ending with about what I thought. 50-something. Okay, very, very good. Very good. I am actually going to turn off auto start, because I just want to showcase the legitimacy and show you that you don't need anything but Ice Monkeys to win Glacial Trail here. So the only thing, obviously the only thing you need, you could do this on probably Easium, Easium guys, easy, medium, or hard with no problem. The problem is the baddie. It is always going to be the baddie, and it sucks. I mean, obviously you need the Mermonkey for early game, but I'm sure you could do that with maybe like a Dart Monkey. You just need something in early game. I just wanted to do it with something that is technically classified as a freeze type monkey that is used, or that has the ability to freeze, so it's technically a certified freeze monkey, you know, or whatever. I don't know. I am gonna wait, though. I'm gonna wait till the very last round before I start giving these guys their buffs, or their upgrades. I'll also showcase the baddie going through, just so you'll see, even with max abilities and everything, it can still, you know, it still seeps through. We are getting a little nervous here, but I think we're gonna be fine. I just activated Silas's abilities a little late, but we are good. So we'll go through here, final round before the baddie comes through. But don't worry, we do have the DDTs, not a problem. Not a problem at all. I'm going to let you through just to see what I mean. So we're going to maximize, or we're going to use all the abilities. It gets ripped up a little bit, which is good. That's what we need. We needed to get ripped up a little bit, which it does, but it's obviously not going to beat it. Even, you know, because it's all our stuff together just doesn't really do the damage we need it to do, sadly. And I don't know if there's a solution to that, but it is the sadness of it. So you only need first strike ability, or first strike capability here, and then we might go and get Icicle Impale as well. Why not? Yeah, so Icicle Impale, boop, just so it does shred more. And then we'll go ahead and do all our jazz here, and then we can just hit the 2 times. Make sure to hit all of Silas's abilities to get some damage done. We'll hit it once. We'll hit it twice. There you go. And then the Ice Monkeys will do their thing. They'll knock it down a little bit. You could probably do a third one back to back to back. I like to do this just to, why not? I don't know, it looks funnier. And then boop. And that is it, everybody. So that is the Ice Monkey strategy that I kind of came up with. I like Glacial Trail. It was cool. I've been working on this for a couple days now. I got it working the other day where I was able to do like a very basic version. I wanted to narrow it down to purely ice monkeys, or purely like, you know, ice-based monkeys. So like, you know, the Mermonkey with its freeze trident or whatever it's called. You can't click upgrades in the review map. I wish you could. But it has like its freeze, you know, its pop Ziden route, the middle path. So I mean, it has the ability to freeze, and so that in my mind that says, okay, so it's kind of an ice monkey. And then obviously Ice Monkey, and then Silas. And then this monkey sub, I understand that it's not technically an ice monkey, but it's the only used for the final one. It is literally just used for the final baddie, and that's the only thing you get it for, is that ability. And it sucks, but it is what it is. Yeah, I have not seen anyone do a full Ice Monkey only run on Glacial Trail on chimps, and I could not get it to work on chimps, so I got it to work on Impoppable, and I hope that that is good enough. But it's a very cool strategy. If it is a challenge that I set up, so if anybody wants to give it a shot using just these towers, go ahead. That's Impoppable. If you can actually get it working on chimps, I would love to see that. But I think it worked out pretty good. There's the share, the ID, the challenge ID or whatever. I will put it in the description as always. But yeah, so this one was a little bit more scuffed, but that's gonna be it for me, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and hope you all have a wonderful day.